I want to demonstrate in this video how to get simple, easy, and totally objective sell signals in this case from using the well, it's the projection oscillator chart, but because I'm using the TO, the Trading Fives oscillator, I've renamed the chart to the Trading Fives oscillator chart. But there's different scans you can run, and to go through a list, and what I've done is I've pulled out 4 or 5 of the most interesting charts. But this is how you do it. You have the unbalanced stochastic RSI, and when you have a sell signal, in which case we have a crossover in the stochastic RSI coming out of the OB zone, you click on the P, that's for price, and you look down below here at the TO, the Trading Fives oscillator, for the first red bar because it's a sell signal, and you put the cursor right on the bar and right click, and 38.34 becomes the price level below which triggers the sell signal. And this is FXI, the China large caps, and the signal bar came yesterday and it executed today when FXI went below 38.34. And that's the first example. The second example also has a sell setup, and we'll do the same thing. We'll click on P, the price bar. We have a stochastic RSI sell, and we look for the price bar with the first red TO oscillator bar, and put the cursor right on the bar, right click. So for HD Home Depot, the signal would be a trade below 153.76, or one tick below that, 153.75, and this has not executed, but that would be the signal. Now, whether or not you'd want to take these trades is another matter, and I think you'd want to do some other analysis. I think one of the quick ways to evaluate these trades are to look at the traffic lights in the upper right hand corner. And when there's 2 lights, you have an upper light and a lower light. The upper light is the trend indicator for the higher time frame, and because this is a daily chart, that would be weekly. And the bottom indicator would be the trend for the lower time frame, which in this case would be 2 hours. But we can see the trend for the higher time frame weekly is up, and you want to be a little more hesitant about accepting those trades. Although recently we've had some of the star performers have taken some pretty big tumbles even out of weekly bull trends. So that's really a matter of preference. I think generally you're going to be better off if the upper traffic light, the weekly time frame, is red. So this is a signal that has not yet executed. Okay, we'll go to the next chart, which is the DIA, the Diamonds, the Dow Jones Industrials ETF. And we'll do the same thing. We'll grab the P button, and here's the first red. The actual crossover in the stochastic RSI occurred about 3 days ago, but we didn't get the first red bar till today. So that would be the signal price. So 58.78, one tick below 58.77, would be the execution. I'm sorry, this is LVS. Would be the execution of the sell signal. So this one is, I guess, and Coat has not realized yet. But again, we also have the case where the weekly trend is higher. So one way to do that is to adjust your positions. If you usually do 5, maybe you'd want to do 2 or something similar to that. Okay, the next one we want to look at is WFM, and that's Whole Foods Market. And we included this one just to show you that not all signals execute. But we'll click the P for price, and we had a crossover 6 or 7 days ago, and the first red bar was this bar right here, So the signal price was $35.66. And WFM Whole Foods never executed, and right now we're about to get a bullish cross, so we might be getting a bullish cross from an oversold condition, which would negate all previous signals. So not every signal executes, but it is indeed simple, easy, and objective to put down the price levels that that you want to be paying attention to. And I think the DIA should have come up, but we'll type it in just to be sure we can take a look at it. And then I'll show you a method to easily get the prices that are of the most interest. Okay, so DIA, we had a bearish crossover in stochastic RSI. Click on the P, look for the first red bar, line it up, and the execution price is 208.70, or one tick below 208.69, and it looks like the DIA executed on that today, but then ran above it. So one variation, depending on your level of caution or your general approach to trading, you may want to wait for a close below the execution price. But if you end up with 5 or 6 or maybe 10 symbols all with execution prices, rather than have to look at dozens of charts every day, how do you keep track of them? Okay, the way you monitor price levels, if you have a lot of different levels, rather than be looking at charts all day and missing something, if because that possibility certainly exists, you just use the audible price alerts. And for example, on DIA, we put in the symbol, our execution price would be 208.69, one tick below. Now we're looking for the last price to cross below 208.69, so we'd click below. You just click the on button, and when it does, if indeed it does execute, there'll be an audible alert. You'll hear a voice telling you that there was a red alert on DIA, and the background of the price text box will turn red. But you can put in as many symbols as you want, or 10 per audible price alerts, but you could open as many price alerts as you wanted. And it scans about every minute, so you're not going to be too far from realizing that an alert has occurred. But that's it. I think you'll agree it's simple, easy, and objective, and it's fairly effective. I think you're in a much better position if you have a trade set up, and then you can evaluate whether or not you want to take it, versus spending considerable amounts of time trying to find trades. So I hope you found this useful.